Yeah. Let me hear how this sound real quick. Let me hear how it sound real quick. No, I'm not on the other tune. Hold on, 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 hold on. It's a perfect mix. It's a perfect mix, actually. It's a perfect mix, actually. Let's go. Let's flip and go. As it says, Yapanomics. Today is Yapanomics, bro. Gonna be a whole lot of yapping, whole lot of Yapanomics. Mm. Sometimes gotta drink that water. You gotta drink that water for water. Hey yo, I'm a bit conflicted, right? The last time we had a stream where we had stopped it, I was still on Magellan's story. I was still going through Magellan's shandies. Hold on, let me hear what y'all. I had to make sure. I had to make sure it's nothing. But yeah, Magellan. We were still reading Magellan's shit, bro, and that thing was getting super crazy. Remember, we had stopped by the part where like Magellan had like sentenced the nigga to strangulation, and basically banished him off of the ship. Had his body burnt and all that, right? And where we had left off was around here when we were getting to like their arrival in Brazil. Now I don't know how far along that is to like the end, but then up to this point, we know Magellan outed a nigga on the ship and had him like tossed over and his body burnt for being gay. That we know. We know that much. We know that much. He yeah. He got a nigga gone for being gay. He got a nigga gone. Got a nigga. My bad for saying it like that. But yeah, Magellan really got a nigga gone for being gay, which is crazy. The way it happened is what I'm pertaining to crazy. The way it happened. They caught the guy doing gay stuff, right? They caught the guy and then they sentenced him to death. Just like that, they sentenced him to death and murdered him. It was that easy for these guys. Oh, you're gay? Goodbye. this is how these guys this is how these guys were. Oh, you're gay? Oh, no, 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 no. You're gone. You're gone. You are a victim, bro. They used to get niggas gone back in the day. They were not playing, bro. They used to get niggas gone, like get you gone. Like if you're really playing like that, I don't even want to say playing, but then if you're really like that, they're gonna attempt to get you gone. They're gonna attempt to get you gone with everything they have. They're gonna try every piece of firepower that they have. They're gonna try to get you out of there, guaranteed. I'm telling you, they're trying to get you out of there, guaranteed. I'm telling you, facts, facts, facts. Anyway, we were still coming. We were still coming over. Like we were still in the journey. We were still in the journey. They were still fully fledged in the journey, right? So passage through South America. Wait, I gotta look at the stream and make sure that like it's good. I don't want to be yapping and then like you can't hear anything. They're trying to get you out of there, guaranteed. I'm telling you, facts, facts, facts. Anyway, we were. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see the stream quality to make sure that like I'm not just yapping. We were still coming over. Like we were still in the journey. We were still in the journey. They were still fully fledged in the journey. Yeah, they were still fully fledged in the journey. As you can see, we were here. Arrival in Brazil. Yeah, we're on here. Okay, cool. It's 7:51. Yeah, bro. There's some NBA games I wanted to play some bets on. Plus, we know Brownie's gonna be starting today, so you know he's gonna be on some big dog, big dog energy. Like I trust Brownie. I feel like he's gonna be on some big dog energy for real. Um, Flip, bro, we're gonna have to start like when we go live. We're gonna have to start posting on the Facebook. We're gonna have to start posting on the Facebook. And I feel like it's very easy to do that if you know you're not gonna be bullshitting. If you know you're not gonna be bullshitting on the stream and you're gonna be doing like real shit, and you're really streaming, like you're gonna tell the peoples, which I should be doing, but I'm not. It should be on Facebook. It should be on Instagram. I should be going live on flipping TikTok too. But then like, bro, going live on TikTok. The issue is if I'm going live on TikTok and I'm speaking on shit that's on my that's on my screen, on my monitor screen, that's not gonna work. I think because there was alright. Okay, cool. We're gonna finish up. We're gonna go on with this right now. Arrival in Brazil. Jesus Christ, bro. These niggas are going through some crazy stuff. On 29 November, the fleet reached the approximate latitude of Cape Saint Augustine, the coastline of Brazil, which Pigafetta refers to as Verzin in his diary after the Italian term for Brazil wood, had been known to the Spanish and Portuguese since about 1500. And in the intervening decades, European powers, particularly Portugal, had been sending ships to Brazil to collect valuable Brazil wood. Okay. The Armada carried a map of the Brazilian coastline, the Livra do Mandrariara, the Book of Seamanship. They couldn't name it anything else? Like dead ass, like they couldn't they couldn't name it anything else. The Book of Seamanship. Be for real. Alright. And also had a crew member, the Conception's pilot João Lopes Carvalho, who had previously visited Rio de Janeiro. Carvalho was enlisted to lead the fleet's navigation down to the Brazilian coastline to Rio. Okay, okay. Aboard the Trinidad and also helped communicate with the locals as he had some rudimentary knowledge of their Guarani language. Okay, so he knew a bit about the landscape. Okay, on 13th December, a day after my birthday. Why the heck did I just say that? I mean, it doesn't matter. But what, bro? Why the heck did I just say that? Like, I just blurted that out. Chill, chill, nigga. On 13th December, the fleet reached Rio de Janeiro. Though normally, was that nominally Portuguese territory, they maintained no permanent settlement there at the time, seeing no Portuguese ships in the harbor. Magellan knew it was safe to stop. Okay, okay, cool. Pigafetta wrote of a coincidence of weather that caused the Armada to be warmly received by the indigenous people. It is known that it happened that it had not rained for 2 months before we came there, and the day we arrived, it began to rain. He's lying like, bro. Niggas trying to say we brought the blessings. We brought the blessings with us. You ain't bring shit. Yo, y'all just bring destruction and thievery everywhere y'all go, bro. Y'all pirates, man. Y'all are pirates. They forget. They try to play like they're not. Y'all are pirates. Y'all are just thieves. It is known to be what happened. Okay, cool. On which account the people of said place said that we came from heaven, crazy, and had brought the rain with us, which was great simplicity. And these people were easily converted to the Christian faith. Damn, just because of that, the fleet spent 13 days in Rio, during which they repaired their ships, stocked up on water and food, such as yam, cassava, and pineapple, and interacted with the locals. The expedition them had brought with them a great quantity of trinkets intended for trade, such as mirrors, combs, knives, and bells. The locals readily exchanged food and local goods, such as parrot feathers, for such items. The crew also found they could purchase sexual favors from the local women. Historian Ian Cameron described the crew's time in Rio as a Saturnalia of a feasting and lovemaking. What's that? Saturnalia. Saturnalia. Saturnalia? Sartan. Certain. Do they want to say, like, is it certain? Like, surely it's not Satan, right? It's certain, like the planet certain. Like that's what it's meant to be, right? Like the planet's certain. They're not trying to say Satan, right? Obviously, obviously that's the case. They're not trying to say Satan. The heck? Saturnia is an ancient Roman festival and holiday in honor of the god Saturn, like I said, held on 17th December in Julian calendar and later expanded with festivities until 19th December. Okay, celebration has been extended until okay. The holiday was celebrated with a sacrifice at the temple of Saturn in the Roman Forum and a public banquet, followed by a private gift giving continual partying. Um, continual partying and a carnival atmosphere that overturned. That is crazy. So during this time, like if you were a slave, like randomly, like your master would become like your like garden boy kind of thing, low key. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy that they even like, played into it. They were even able to like say, like even allow that to be a thing. Like that's yo, that's crazy. Uh, yeah, masters provided table service for their slaves as it was seen as a time of liberty for both slaves and freedmen alike. A common custom was the election of a king of the Saturnalia who gave orders to people, which were followed and presided over the merrymaking. The gifts exchanged were usually gag gifts or small figurines made of wax, or pretty known as sigillaria. The poet Catullus called it the best of days. Jesus. Niggas were calling this the best of days. That's crazy. Alright, cool. Cool. It was a Sartellania of feasting and lovemaking. Cool. On December 27th, the fleet left Rio de Janeiro. Pigafetta wrote that the natives were disappointed to see them leave and that some followed them in canoes trying to entice them to stay. That's crazy. Oh, I was about to ask, what did they have that like had these people like fiending for them not to leave? Like they had money. They had money. They had buckets of money. They were rich. They pirates. They thieves. They had money. Okay. Just before sailing, Magellan replaced Antonio de Coca, the fleet accountant who had briefly assumed command of San Antonio from Cartagena, with the inexperienced Alvaro de Mezquita, who originally had shipped out aboard the flagship from Seville as a mere supernumerary. Rio. I think I'm gonna have to change my network real quick. Just having some problems here. I see my network is struggling. I think I'm gonna have to change my network real quick. I'm gonna put it on 4G. Is the most optimal for like streaming. Trust me, super optimal for like streaming situations. I just gotta log into it. Just give me a second. Go. I gotta log into it and change it. So that we can have a nice stream. So far, I feel like we're having a really good one. Yeah, let me just change it and make sure we're good, make sure we're straight, and then we can go on. And then we can go on. It's just taking a while to like open up so I can change the settings. The network is just struggling a bit, and I'm pretty sure it's making cuts and stuff. It's making cuts and stuff like over on the YouTube. So I'm just trying to, yeah, make it okay, make it better. Uh, yeah, there we go. It's opening up. It's opening up. There we go. I just have to change the setting. So I'm plugging into the shot. So like, just be ready for it to cut any second now. Oh, I shouldn't have shown that. It's gonna cut any second now. So like, just yeah.